So, you've been eyeing the DJI Pocket 3, but it's 2025, and you're wondering if it's still worth your money to buy the Pocket 3 now or to wait for the Pocket 4. You might have even seen clickbait thumbnails about the Pocket 4. I've been living with this little camera for a while now. Just this last weekend, I took it to the playground with my niece and nephew. I took it hiking, and honestly, I'm impressed. But let's be real, it's not all perfect, and there are definitely some downsides that drive me crazy that I wish someone had told me about before I bought it. In the next few minutes, I'll share the pros and cons of the Pocket 3 and help you decide whether to buy the Pocket 3 or wait for the Pocket 4. I'll even show you a trick that I didn't see anyone else talking about in other YouTube videos. First off, this thing is tiny. At just 179 grams, about the weight of a medium-sized apple, it slips into any jacket pocket without weighing you down. Its compact design means I never hesitate to bring it with me wherever I go, and it mounts practically anywhere. I've even attached it to my car's windshield for some smooth driving shots. One thing that still impresses me is how quickly this camera goes from pocket to recording. Flip open the screen and it's ready to roll. You can even set it to start recording automatically when you open it. Perfect for those moments you don't want to miss. As for the battery, I've been consistently getting about 90 minutes of continuous recording on a single charge. The battery has been reliable in my testing, and if you need more time, the optional battery handle attachment is a great accessory to consider. Here's what makes the Pocket 3 special even in 2025. It's one of the few cameras that works well for the beginner and the professional. Full auto mode is genuinely good for quick shots, but I've developed a simple manual setup that dramatically improves your footage without requiring deep camera knowledge. What's great is that once you set these up once, you rarely need to change the settings. You will have to change your ND filters as the lighting gets darker or lighter, and those are like sunglasses for your camera. The result is footage that looks far more professional with very little effort. The built-in mic performs surprisingly well in quieter environments. But what I've come to appreciate even more is how flexible the audio options are. You can use DJI's wireless mics like this Mini, where the receiver is built into the camera, or you can use any wireless mic that has a USB-C, like this Boya that was only $30. One feature I particularly like is you can record camera audio and wireless mic audio at the same time. That way in post, you have a clean vocal mic, but you can add background noise if you want. The 3-axis gimbal produces remarkably smooth footage. For the best results, you'll want to walk like a ninja, keeping your movements gentle and flowing. But the built-in stabilization does a great job of keeping your shots steady and professional looking. And here's that trick I promised that nobody seems to be talking about. And it's the DJI Mimo app. This thing is a game changer. I use it as a remote viewfinder, and it easily adjusts the shot. You don't have to get up and change the tripod or the camera position. It's amazing. The active tracking is super impressive. Double tap your subject and the camera follows them perfectly. You can even adjust framing if you prefer them off-center. This feature is perfect for capturing moving subjects without having to manually pan and adjust the camera. So far, I've only mentioned the good, but it's time to talk about what bothers me. One thing to consider about the Pocket 3 is it offers zero resistance to water, dust, and sand. There are rumors that the Pocket 4 could have some weather resistance, but with the current model, you have to use caution in those situations. If you're into adventure filming, the Osmo Action 5 Pro might be a better choice for those type of situations. The Pocket 3 has an f2 fixed aperture. While this creates nice bokeh, or background blur, it means the camera doesn't have the ability to focus on near and far subjects at the same time. There are situations where I'd love to have everything in focus, especially for landscape shots. This limitation forces you to rely more on ND filters to control exposure rather than being able to adjust the aperture. Speaking of ND filters, they're a pain to use with the Pocket 3. They don't come included, they're tiny and easy to drop, and switching between them takes precious time when the lighting changes. Though to be fair, incorporating a built-in ND filter into such a small form gimbal is probably an engineering issue. Still, it would be a welcome change in future models. The Pocket 3's limited zoom range becomes apparent in situations where you can't get closer to the subject. When I spotted a rabbit while hiking, it appeared tiny in the frame because the Pocket 3's zoom capability is so limited. For static subjects at a distance, most smartphones now actually outperform the Pocket 3 in terms of zoom capability. Let's address Pocket 4 speculation. The truth is, there are no reliable leaks or official information about the Pocket 4. Some YouTubers have created videos with rumored features like weather protection or variable aperture or a larger sensor, but these are more wish list items. DJI hasn't announced anything, and according to their typical cycles, most people aren't expecting to see the Pocket 4 until early 2027. If you're waiting for the Pocket 4, it could be a very long wait. So, should you buy the Pocket 3 or not? If you want a portable camera with great image quality, with an awesome built-in gimbal that's easy to use and fun, I say yes. But I'd consider other options if weather resistance is a must, if you need super zoomed in shots, or if you're willing to invest in a nice mirrorless camera with interchangeable lenses. Remember that waiting specifically for the Pocket 4 could mean waiting till 2027. If you need something now, either get the Pocket 3 or consider alternatives like the Osmo Action 5 Pro, or maybe a nice mirrorless camera, or even your phone. Remember this, the best camera is the one that you have with you and that you actually use. The Pocket 3's greatest strength is that you can bring it with you practically anywhere and start filming immediately. So if you've been on the fence about getting into content creation, don't wait for the perfect camera. The Pocket 3 is perfectly capable of delivering professional videos. So I'm curious, what are you going to film with the Pocket 3? Or are you going to wait for the Pocket 4 or some other camera? And if you want to see that detailed manual settings guide, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.